Hi kids and hi parents. I hope everybody's had a great week and has gotten a chance to get outside and enjoy this beautiful weather that we've been having. I know we did here at my household. We drove to our lake house and have been fishing on our pier in the backyard, laying on the dock, sunbathing, going for walks, going for bike rides, anything that we can do to get outside and soak up that sun. And I hope you guys have also gotten a chance to get outside and reconnect with nature. It's been so cool getting to see everything kind of bud and blossom back into life. And it's a great reminder that spring is finally here, which means summer is just around the corner, which hopefully means that social distancing, the end of it, is finally in sight and just around the corner as well. Without further ado, let's get to our Sunday school lesson. Now, last week, if you don't recall, we learned about the greatest commandment in the Bible, which is love, and to love your neighbor as yourself. And we also talked about different ways that we can do this and imitate Jesus. Now, today, we are going to learn about Jesus and one of the many names that he is called in the Bible and why he's called that. Now, if you've ever read through the Bible or read different stories about Jesus, sometimes it can get a little confusing because he's called so many different things in the Bible. Some of these names are Emmanuel, like we've heard in certain Christmas carols. Obviously, we've heard Jesus, we've heard Christ and Lord, the bread of life, and many other different names. It's kind of like having a nickname. Like, even though it might not resemble your name or might be a shortened version of your name, you know that that is associated with you. And you know to answer to that name. I have two nicknames, actually, in my family. The first one is Mila, and this came about because when I was a toddler and I was learning how to speak, I could not say my name. So I started saying Mila instead of Emelia, and it just kind of caught on, and everybody started calling me Mila, and I've been Mila ever since. In fact, it's even caught on in some of my friend groups. The second nickname that I have, I'm not quite sure how to explain it, but it's Charlie Brown. And this nickname was given to me by my grandfather, Papa Gene, and he kind of gave all of us grandkids quirky little nicknames that he calls us. In fact, he kind of gives everybody that he knows and is close to nicknames. It's just one of the many things that I love about him and makes him super fun and funny, and it's just a really cool personal joke that we have in our family and a great way to connect. Now, regardless of what your nickname may be or what anybody's nickname is, we know that it's one of our names and we know to answer to it. We know that it's something that's associated with us. And this is just like all of the different names that Jesus is called in the Bible. We know that no matter what he's called, it all goes back to Jesus. Now, the name in particular that we're going to learn about today is the Good Shepherd. Does anybody know what a shepherd is? A shepherd is somebody who watches over a flock of sheep. Now, it's the shepherd's job to make sure that absolutely no harm comes to the way of the sheep. Now, that is meaning they keep them out of harm's way, whether it be forces of nature or actual predators like wolves. Make sure that the sheep are well cared for, meaning they're well fed, they're just generally taken care of. It's their job to make sure that not even one comes in harm's way and not even one is lost. And this is why the name Good Shepherd is such a great name for Jesus. It shows just how much Jesus loves and cares for us and wants to protect us and make sure that not even one of us becomes lost. Now, the reasoning behind this nickname, or this other name that he's called in the Bible, is found in the book of John, chapter 10, verses 11 through 18. And I'm going to read that right now for us. It says, "I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. The hired hand is not the shepherd and does not own the sheep. So when he sees the wolf coming, he abandons the sheep and runs away. Then the wolf attacks the flock and it scatters. The man runs away because he is a hired hand and cares nothing for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. Just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. I have other sheep that are not of this sheep pen. I must bring them also. They too will listen to my voice, and there shall be one flock and one shepherd. The reason my Father loves me is that I lay down my life only to take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down of my own accord. I have the authority to lay it down and the authority to take it up again. This command I received from my Father." Now, Jesus likened his relationship to us, the followers of him, as that of a shepherd and his sheep. The shepherd and sheep know each other so well that they know each other's voices and they trust each other so deeply. The shepherd even goes as far to lay down their own life for the sheep. When we let Jesus be our shepherd, the relationship between us and him is as close as that of Jesus and God, whom he calls the Father. So, what can we learn from Jesus being called the shepherd? We can learn that Jesus not only loves us and will protect us and has laid down his life already for us, but that he will always protect us. Jesus is good and Jesus is our shepherd. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.